Hello, VTubers. It's me. I'm back. I'm back. I'm Gertie Rude. Hey, it's me, says this creature here. Now, I thought we'd have a look at this because, it's all of a buzz around the internet at the moment, isn't it, VTubers? Haven't you noticed? Haven't you heard all the gossip? Apparently, sorry about that, it's my washing machine. Yes, I'm all of a diver. Apparently, now hold on to your chairs there, food tubers. Make sure you've got something to hold on to or you've got something nearby to sit on because this is going to be, well, shocking to say the least, food tubers. Yes, it is. It's come out now this year, a whole year passed since we endured that bleeding arch tripe. Apparently, she didn't do all the interviews herself. Well, beggar me, who'd have thought? Not only that, we all knew that at the time, didn't we, VTubers? Yes, we did. Most people on social media knew that. And a lot of Meghan commentators were saying at the time, it's just the way she is. Yes, she interviewed the star. So it was Selena Williams, Mariah Carey, and all the rest of them, Jamie Gilly, whatever, who no one gives a stuff about. And then the so-called expert, she got her people to interview because they're little people and she don't be talking to little people. So shall we have a go at this? Shall we just rip the Michael? I was going to say a rude word beginning with P with an I and double S in it, but I won't say that on it because it's rude. We can rip the Michael out of this creature who's been irritating the world for the last 5 years, VTubers. So here we go. Come on,
I'm just excited to be myself and talk and be unfiltered and...
Oh, my giddy bleeding aunt. She's just going to be herself and talk and be unfiltered, VTubers. That's why she had about 22 producers and a shooty, bleeding, horrible podcast. Honest to God. I've got a bleeding grandson of 9 that can produce more living intelligent content.
Yeah, it's fun.
Former staffers who worked on Meghan Markle's Archetypes podcast are addressing rumors that the Duchess of Sussex did not conduct her own interviews. The now cancelled Spotify series featured A-list interview guests like Serena Williams, Mindy Kaling,
clawing at the belly. Yes, the balloon is fully inflated, VTubers, for this here little interlude.
And
Come on.
Carey.
I mean, it's not something that I connect to, but for you, it's been a huge part of your...
diva moments sometimes, Meghan.
Go on, Mariah Carey, that's it. You put her in her bleeding place. She's a diva from the very bottom of her bleeding high-heeled shoes right up to the last molecule of her straightened hair. Yes, she is. And she knows it. The thing is, she doesn't like us knowing it, does she, VTubers? Come on,
Meghan. Carey and Meghan mutually parted ways with Spotify, axing their $20 million podcast deal after just one season.
Yes.
Following that announcement,
every color of beige.
That multiple sources have claimed that some interviews on the show were done by producers, with Meghan's questions edited in after.
No! See, Meghan in her own little faux world, that's like her being an A-lister, isn't it? Rather than getting down and actually doing the work, she just thinks, well, what would they do in Hollywood? As I'm an A-lister and I'm so in demand, what would they do? Well, I wouldn't have time, would I? No, I wouldn't be able to pencil that in my diary. No, I wouldn't. Only pay me £20 million. But what I'll do is because, well, I'm blimmin' A-lister, I am. Yes, I am. I'm right at the pinnacle of my career, I am. I've married Ginger Baldy Barry. Yes, I have, VTubers. I told him I was up the spud. I wasn't really, so... No, but I'm here now. I've got the ring on my finger, and my new name's Meghan Bleeding Spencer. Yes, it is. Yes, I'm the reincarnation. Yes, of a woman that died when I was 19, but somehow I'm reincarnated. I think she knows Bleeding Teal Swan, didn't she, this creature? Come on!
People should expect the real me in this, and probably the me that they've never gotten to know. Certainly not.
God, I couldn't wish of a worse... God, death sentence than knowing such a vacuous... I bet you pinched them bleeding shoes as well. Yes, every time you did a shoot, you walked off with something you weren't supposed to have. Didn't you, madam?
In the past few years.
Yes.
Now, former staffer Andy Scott is revealing the rumor is kind of...
What was that story that Tom Bowles said this week? About how she walked up to somebody at a party and said, oh, I think me and you should be friends. I mean, can you imagine? Apparently this person was an A-lister with a beachfront apartment in somewhere delicious in California in your America. And yes, so she deigned this other A-lister with her presence and decided they were going to be besties now. Yes, they were. And the next day they received a phone call from Ginger Baldy Barry. And he said, because obviously he's a secretary, he's a mouthpiece, he's henpecked and he just does what he's told. Pussy whipped, yes he is. And he rang this A-lister and said, Meghan's interested in staying in your beachfront, whatever it is, apartment, manor, whatever they have on the beach, and would you mind? And she was a bit thrown, but she said, well, no, you're welcome to borrow it if you want, yeah. And got a phone call back the next day saying Meghan said, can she fly there in your private jet? Yes! Bleeding, as they call her, grifter. I call her more than grifter. I call her bleeding cheeky.
But not entirely. Writing on Twitter, we did occasionally have producers do interviews, though never the main ones. No. And we never edited her asking questions into interviews that producers
my God, listen up. All she's got to do, like I said at the time, get your phone that's always glued to her bleeding claw, you swivel it round, put the camera on, okay, and turn it so it's looking at you or wherever you want it to look and talk into it. Then what you do is you go through to whatever social media platform you want it uploaded to, say Twitter or Instaflap or whatever it is, or the great Vutu's one. Press that, and then go through, press the button that says upload video, and there you go. You do not need all these bleeding producers. No, especially when you don't even produce the goods anyway. It was right cock of a lean shoot, wasn't it, Vutu's? Yes, it was. Come on.
A representative for the Sussexes has not commented on the allegations.
No.
However, it's been rumored that the podcast has already landed another deal.
Oh.
So we may not have heard the last of Meghan's interviews.
Really, please. I'm begging you no more. Please, no more. Oh, no. Beige. Every colour of beige, like the bleeding podcast, isn't it? I mean, talk about pedestrian. It was the biggest load of old tosh I've ever heard in my bleeding life. Anyway, if you can like and subscribe, Vutu's, I'm going to be back tomorrow doing a live. For those of you that were here with me yesterday, I did get myself, got my knickers in a twist. Did love Vutu's. I did, yes, I did. I got my long johns all in a diver over there. I can't do abuse children. I can't. It's too upsetting. Even when it's on telly in my world, I walk out the room. You know, do you know what I mean? I can't bear it. It's too. It's like I haven't got any skin when it comes to that sort of thing. You get that. Some people like that with animals. I like it with animals, old people, disabled people, children, anybody that's vulnerable. Adults, they can sock the hell out of one another. I literally do not care. But anybody that's vulnerable, oh, dearie me, it's so painful. But tomorrow I'm going to, I'm doing a live, so we're going to have a laugh. And I've actually waded through to the end of that Natalia Grace Barnett story. And it is exactly as I had it weighed up at the beginning. I mean, I would like to come on here and say, do you know what? I got it wrong. I was completely wrong, But the story, why aren't they in prison? Why aren't those two bleeding? And these two here, actually, to be fair. But the Barnets, I mean, he's a histrionic. She's a malignant narcissist, if not sociopath. They should get together with these two. It'll be like putting a load of cats in a bleeding bag and tying it shut for 2 viewers. There's definitely the whiff of the Laurie Vallow, but without the dead bodies, without Christine Barnett. When you actually get to the end of the story, and I've gone into it, I've been on websites, I've done everything I can, got all the information. So I'm going to present it on my live tomorrow in as much as I can, a more lighter-hearted way. I'll also talk about widowhood, talk about these two bums here, because that's what they are. They're just a pair of bums, really. I mean, if it wasn't for him being raw, they'd be sat in the doorway, wouldn't they, begging off of Greg's? They would. They really would. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Love you and leave you. And please remember to like, subscribe, and press the notification button. Bye-bye now.